Hey, Gems. Welcome back to the channel, Crystal Heart. My name is Crystal. And tonight it is the True Crime Live, the Wednesday True Crime Live. I don't have Celine on yet, so I'm going to take a minute to get her in, and then we will start. I don't think anyone else is in just yet either. Okay, get your. Okay, we have Celine on live as well. Sorry, I didn't know you knew we were jumping directly into the live.
I didn't, but it's fine.
I just added you on. Okay. I don't know. Restream is really annoying to me because I scheduled this live for tonight, and then when I went in, it showed that it was starting on January 3rd, and it's the 8th. So I don't know what that was about.
That's not smart.
So we're live.
Okay. I think we are. If anyone is here, say hello because we're trying to figure this out.
Big people are there. See?
All right, Boogie.
Is this okay?
I don't know. It's not showing I'm live when I look online. Can you see us online?
I'm trying to connect right now.
It shows 3 people here, but I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I can see us live. Someone's choking in your home.
Somebody is in here says hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Over here.
No, you need to.
Look up your face.
It doesn't matter. Mommy's just trying to figure this out right now, okay? All right. You said you saw us
Yeah, I'm watching this.
on what channel?
MMM.
I don't know. It's not on my channel, but
It showed your
I
channel was
don't know.
live.
It did. Okay, and Cameron is apparently coughing herself to death. All right.
Did you post in your thing?
No, I was okay, it does show live. Okay, and Cameron is apparently coughing. I was on a Zoom right before here, so I didn't get a chance to do anything. I had posted it a few days ago, but I didn't get a chance to post it today. So I guess I can do that while we wait to
Okay.
see if anyone else comes in. If you're here, say hello, say hello. So tonight, we will be talking about the Netflix documentary American Nightmare. And then we're gonna talk about a few other things. Do you know of any current events that you have on your mind already?
No.
Well, we'll give the everybody a chance to bring anything up at the end that they want to talk about. All right. Okay, I only show two people in right now. I just sent out a message for whoever.
I
If
did too
anyone's
in
Oh,
your
you did
group.
too? Yeah, you did it too?
At everyone. I told you I'll do it.
You at everyone?
Uh-huh.
Because I used my at everyone today.
Oh, I add everyone. Oh,
Okay.
you sent
How
a
you
tag.
huh?
You sent a text.
Oh, I sent a text too to our little group chat. So
Okay.
how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I was sorry I was late. I got mixed up on my time.
I was like, oh, she ghosted me.
Never, never.
Babe, I'm on live.
What they did to me. Huh?
Oh man. All right, you go lock the door.
Lock the door?
It's in the front pouch of my purse.
Wait,
Hubby
what?
leave.
Lock the door?
Yes, hubby's leaving to go to dinner.
Wait, who?
With Jiggle.
Who's that?
He's going with his friend.
Oh.
All right, I see a couple more people came in. If you hear, say hello, say hello. We're getting started shortly. Oh, Sheila says she's in here.
Hey Sheila.
Hey, Sheila.
Have some current event news.
Hi, Sheila.
Good.
All right.
Who, me, Sheila?
She was caught up on the phone, so she was late. Hey, Mitzi.
Hi,
So
Mitzi.
Mitzi couldn't find us, I think. I don't know. Restream is the site that I used to go live, and it did something weird today. So I don't know. And it does that every now and then. Whenever I schedule a video, a live to come out, it doesn't come out. It doesn't show the right time or something. I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's annoying because I'm thinking that everybody knows the live is coming, and it's not even showing the right time. It was backdating it to January 3rd.
But it's January 8th. Stop it. Stop it. Mommy, say it's being a bad boy.
Okay, y'all cannot do this right now.
I ain't gonna try.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna start off by giving y'all a quick rundown of the documentary in case you didn't watch it. If you did watch it, then put in your input as we go, because I'm not as thorough as Celine, so I'm not sitting here with some facts and stuff. I'm just going off of memory, and y'all know my memory. It's not reliable. It says 7:15. You see, I don't know what is going on. I don't know. Maybe I should wait a couple minutes till 7:15 if people sees that it says
Oh, it
7:15.
says
I don't know.
7:15.
Yeah, that's what Sheila said.
Sheila.
So Sheila, did you watch it? Did you watch American Nightmare? So if you haven't watched it, it's more of a light. I don't want to say it's lighthearted because it's not lighthearted, but it's not as intense as some of the other stuff that we talk about. It's just kind of crazy.
I've learned you so mercy. You're so cute. You kiss it. Oh.
Missy said she just finished it. Sheila said, "No, I forgot." Sheila, you've been busy.
What are you chewing on? What are you chewing on?
Okay, so basically, like I said, I'll give y'all a rundown. I'm pulling up in case I forget some of these little facts about it, but I watched it today. While I watched it weeks ago, And Celine kept telling me, you watch this, you watch this. And I'm like, girl, I don't remember that. As she telling me like what happened, I'm like, I don't remember any of that. And she was like, no, we talked about it. I know you watched it. So I pulled it up. Lo and behold, it showed that I watched it. And I kind of remembered it, but not really. So today I put it on while I was kind of cleaning up a little bit. So to refresh, since obviously I had no clue. So basically, what's it about? Okay, so it's about this chick. Her name is Denise Huskins. Her name is Denise Huskins, and it's her and her boyfriend Aaron. I don't remember his last name. Her and her boyfriend Aaron, they're like sleeping in bed one night, y'all, and busy playing Animal Crossing upstairs while my daughter works downstairs. I'm bored. So yeah, so they're sleeping in bed, and well, let me backtrack. It starts off with Aaron calling 911. And he's like telling them, my girlfriend's been kidnapped, this, and this. And they're like, well, it's, what's going on? And he's like, they came in, put some goggles on them or something, dressed in scuba suits,
Scuba
and
area.
and took the girlfriend. Now, didn't they say it was multiple people who came in? Came in
I
with laser pointer or something,
yeah.
laser pointer in their eyes so they couldn't see what was going on, and kidnapped them. They took the girlfriend, put her in the trunk of the car, took the girlfriend or whatever. So he calls 911. The police take him in, start questioning him, and this is in 2015, y'all. So the police take him in, they're questioning him. They want to know, like, what's going on. The story sounded so fantastical that they did not believe him at all, because it sounded like, who the hell is coming in anywhere with some scuba suits and stealing somebody? Like, this just sounds dumb. They're like, but he tells his story, whatever. Over multiple times of just questioning him, eventually they decided they think he's the one who did something to the girlfriend. And he's like in there, like, please just look for my girlfriend, look for my girlfriend. And they're like, okay, tell us what you did with her. Because we know this couldn't have happened. So you need to tell me, like, really what happened. Did y'all get in a fight? It was an accident? Did she OD and you did something with her to get rid of the evidence? And he's like, no. And then they show him being questioned, and eventually he was just like, I think I need a lawyer. Like, you could tell he just didn't know what to do at the time. So he was like, I think I need a lawyer. So of course they stopped asking questions at that point. And he gets his lawyer. The lawyer listens to the story. The lawyer's on the documentary as well. The lawyer listens to the story, and the lawyer is like, what the hell? But he consults with his colleague, and he's like, do you believe him? So the colleague is like, I believe him. So he was like, okay, I believe him too, but this is not, no one else is gonna believe this. I vaguely recall this case.
It was in
Yeah.
it was in 2015, and it was known as like the real girl, Gone Girl case.
Right. It
Like that.
was it was popular in the media because of the chaos of it all. So yeah, so they're thinking it's him. What did you do? Da, 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 da. And they're like, he's like, y'all need to go look for her. Well, lo and behold, she pops up, y'all. Everybody probably thought at this point that she was dead or something. They thought he was the one that murdered her, but she was not dead. She popped up at her parents' house, all randomly or whatever. And so they're like, oh no, she's alive. So then at that point, they switched gears and thought she faked the whole thing. Like what's the Pepino? Sherry
You know,
Pepino. They thought she faked it, like Pepino. Like, they thought that she wanted attention.
she was near her. She was found. She was dropped off around her hometown, but she was 400 miles away from where she was kidnapped with her boyfriend.
Right.
So like
And
it was
so
just weird.
yeah, they were like, okay, how you got way over here? Then she called her dad first, I think, or something. Like she went to her dad's house and he wasn't there, and it was just sorry, y'all, Saint is acting up.
Do it. I'll take
So it was just weird. It was a whole situation. Y'all, where is Gina? Gina said she was coming tonight. Hi, Vanessa. So she pops up alive. So
Vanessa.
now the cops are in the media saying her and Aaron wasted our resources. This is all fake. So like now everybody's like going against her and everything like that.
shaking your butt in my face.
Hey Christina, hello. I made it's been wild near Los Angeles. Oh yes. Oh my gosh. How are you? Um. So mind you, the documentary it starts off with him telling the story, and the lawyers and all the people. Some of the cops are talking, and they don't show her. So at the time, you're like, "Oh my God, did he really kill her?" And then when she pops up, boom! Now she's in the documentary telling her side of the story. So basically, what happened? He waited to call the police, waiting for ransom. No. Yes, yes, yes. I left that part out. So he he was waiting because they told him they wanted ransom, so he was waiting. So it became a whole thing. Like to the cops it didn't make sense, but really he was just afraid. He um he didn't have any money for no ransom and this and that. And the same thing on her end. When she popped up, she was afraid, so the cops just they didn't believe neither one of them. But so when she comes up in the documentary and starts telling the story, so the whole thing is they did kidnap her. They put her in the trunk of the car, and I'm saying they,
They
but put her
sedated
in the trunk, huh?
they sedated her first.
Sedated her, right? Put her in the trunk of the car, and took her to
A
another location. It was
location.
Yeah. So it was apparently it was like a house or whatever. They brought her in the house, and she says that the guy who was in the house with her was like a French guy, or he was listening to French music, and he was being unusually kind, but not kind at the same time. Like he was saying, he was making it like, is these people above him? And they took the wrong person. They meant to take
Hmm. It was
the
supposed to be the
it was
ex-girlfriend.
supposed to be the ex-girlfriend. So Aaron's ex-girlfriend was the target, and it was a whole thing. So then they were like, it was supposed to be Andrea, but they didn't take Andrea. They took the wrong person.
Beyonce, and she used to live in that house, and they kind of look alike.
Yeah. So apparently they had been casing the house or whatever, and they took the wrong person. But in the middle of two fires, hiding in the house. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That has to be scary. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, so the guy, the kidnapper guy, had her blindfolded, and he comes in one day because I think she was there 2 days. He comes in and he's like, and just trigger warning for SA. He comes in and he's like, the big people above me, they need collateral to know, that you're not going to go to the cops after this. So I have to sleep with you and record it. And she's blindfolded. And so he
Yeah.
comes in and he, does that and whatever, whatever. And she says he's being like nice to her, but she's still feeling icky and scared. And then eventually he comes back and he's like, that wasn't good enough because you were blindfolded. So I'm just gonna tape your eyes closed and do it again. So to make it look like you just have your eyes closed. So he did it again or whatever. And then eventually he let her see him, right?
I
I think after that, like he started like trusting her, I guess. And then he told her, like, I'm not gonna kill you and this and that. And she was like, she didn't believe him, because at first he told her he would not R her, and he did. So oh, and he would sedate her whenever he would, like, he was periodically sedating her. And she said the last time that he told her he was going to come in, she took the medicine herself and sedated herself, because she just did not want to deal with it. So um sick twist, right. So he told her, like, okay, I'm not gonna marry you, but she didn't believe it or whatever. But anyway, he ended up not. He was like, I'll bring you home. And she was like, I think she told him, or he told one of, did he tell her, or she asked him to bring her to her dad's
I
neighborhood?
don't remember.
Or I think he might have said, I'm gonna bring you to your dad's or whatever, so that there won't be any media or whatnot. So he did drop her off or whatnot, but he had her terrified that if she told the cops, like, he knew that she had to tell the cops something, but he was like, if you tell them that I ordered you, then I'm gonna come back, or, threatening her like that. So when the cops came, she didn't want to tell them all of that because she was terrified. So it just made, and I'm sure the cops can sense that she wasn't saying the truth about everything. So then that's when they came to the conclusion she was lying about everything,
Both
but
of
she
them
wasn't.
a big hoax, according to the police. Both of them,
Yeah,
the couple
and they
had,
were in the media saying it was a hoax.
yeah, they
So
had a press conference saying that it was a hoax and they wasted valuable resources and took up time from real victims, things like that.
right, but it wasn't a hoax, y'all. It really happened, and it was crazy. But um and I'm a kind of look at this, because I don't remember exactly how it all happened. Maybe you do. How they got to the guy, because they ended up catching the guy because there was a female cop. The dad's house was 40 miles away from the kidnap site. Okay, there was a female cop who was kind of putting the pieces together, and she went hard for them. Like, she went hard for getting the truth out there and getting the guy prosecuted, because the the other cops didn't believe any of it. She was like the only one that believed it, and she worked for a different police. She was in a different area, so I don't know exactly how that all happened. Um, I'm looking over the notes to make sure. Okay, so the police officer that helped them was Sergeant Misty Karasu. I don't know. And so basically she put two and two together that the guy who was doing this was, his last name was Muller, Matthew Muller. And he was like a little creepo peeping Tom dude. He had did some other stuff
Well,
previously, but of
I'm
course,
sorry, you got to go just a little bit back
we'll go
because
back from him, because I forget things.
some emails were sent to the newspaper.
Oh, you're right.
Like,
You're right.
emails were sent to the newspaper. I don't remember what newspaper,
The
but yeah,
journalist was in the documentary.
and yeah, that's true. And the emails, they were like, it was from one of the kidnappers, and I think one of them was sent before they even released her, and it had a proof of life. And then that was sent to that journalist, and then there was more emails that came out that had like specific details about the
Yeah.
kidnapping. And then I think there was one that he demanded that they apologize to her.
Yeah. Like, he was like, this is not a hoax. It really was done. I demand an apology from the police officers, or I'll do it again.
Yeah, and then like he released more information about other kidnappings and um some burglaries and thefts that had happened in the neighborhood. It was just like, it seemed like from the emails that it was like a ring of kidnappers, because it was like there was other kidnappings done, and saying that she wasn't the target and stuff. It was just weird. But yeah, it was a whole, he wanted the police to do a press conference and apologize to her.
Right. And I think the emails may have been what helped the one officer kind of tie things together.
Yeah, and it was months later after it happened. She was investigating a kidnapping, attempted kidnapping in somewhere in California,
In California.
and it was about 40-ish miles from where, what is her name? What's the lady's name who was kidnapped?
Heather H. Some with a H.
Huskins is her last name, but what's her first?
Denise.
Denise.
Denise. Where I got Heather from?
I don't know, but like where Denise was taken from. And so the details, it was similar to Denise's story. Like they put goggles on her or they had dropped goggles, remember?
Yeah. And then remember, because she saw blonde hair on the goggles.
Oh yeah.
So she was like,
Yeah.
who does this blonde hair belong to? You know, so this means he has to have done it before.
He dropped his phone, not goggles. At that
Excuse me.
attempted kidnapping, he dropped his phone, remember?
So in the end, they ended up catching him. He was a creep, which still ended up being kind of weird because
Oh,
they are adamant that it was more than one person that came in to kidnap.
yeah, but she's always said she only, even though there was more than one person that went in, she always said in her like her interviews and everything that she only interacted with that one man the whole
Yeah. But then she said somebody did. Okay, so when she was kidnapped to the house, he was like, okay, the people are coming, the big people are coming. And she said she heard them
she heard
talking.
them, but she never interacted with them.
Yeah, she never interacted with them. So I don't know, you know, if it goes deeper than that, but because they're adamant that it was more than one person that went in their house. But the Matthew Muller guy is the one guy that I don't know.
He was a lawyer.
Yes,
He was a former Marine, I think.
he looked creepy.
He did.
So you know, she was vindicated thankfully after that, and they sued um
The
the
police
Fed. Was it the federal government they sued? Who did they sue?
because the FBI was treated
Yeah, and they
like,
got a settlement of $2.5 million, and it ended up this at the end of all of this, they ended up staying together, getting married, and having kids.
mhm.
Because she was really worried that he wouldn't be able to be with her after that.
She was
But
worried she couldn't be with anyone.
yeah, it could have been a recording. It could have been, but like, true. You never know, because he was real odd. He could have had some weird planned shit. Because I don't know, because he wasn't French.
No, but he was listening to French pop music in the house where
Did
she
she
was.
say he had an accent?
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't know. An odd one.
Well, when
So it just
the phone that he dropped led them to him, and then they found the evidence. He had stolen a laptop from their house when he kidnapped Denise, and they sued the city. Yeah,
the
Sheila.
city.
And then he got sentenced to like 40 years or something, and then he was sentenced again, and they added on like kidnapping and assault and all this stuff. False
They were
imprisonment.
talking to one of his other victims on the documentary, and she said that I don't know. She pleaded. She pleaded with him, and he whenever he was trying to essay her, and then he was like, I can't do this or whatnot. So like it's really weird because he had a conscience. It's just not a big enough one, I guess, because he let a couple of them go. He
He
went
did.
to
He went
Harvard.
to Harvard. Yeah, he was disbarred though.
He was a creepo dapo.
He was definitely, because he was like a peep. He was like a peep in time in one of those little neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And then just going back real quick to Andrea, that's what the ex's name was.
Yeah.
what is his
Aaron's ex-girlfriend was Andrea.
yeah, Andrea. And it's just so weird that he told her, he told Denise that Andrea was a target. And it's like, well, who set that up? They still don't know till this day.
Yeah. Okay, so the kid, I'm thinking you talking about Aaron. The kidnapper told Denise that she wasn't the target, Andrea was the target.
Mhm.
But the Matthew Muller guy, didn't they? No, no, no. Andrea dated one of the cops.
Yes, that was my next thing. Not a cop.
It wasn't a cop?
The lead FBI agent.
Okay, yeah. So they were like, they had to take him
On
off the case.
he was a lead FBI agent on Denise and Aaron's case, and he had
Right.
dated, and him and Andrea had dated. They had to take him off the case. That's right.
They had to take him off the case, which to me is like, that was another thing. It was like, why wouldn't he tell them from the jump? Like, why he didn't come out and take his own self off the case? What's up with that? It was a lot of things that's like, I feel like there was more to it, or just a whole lot of coincidences.
I have no idea what the whole. I personally think that there were more people involved, but he didn't, say anything
Yeah.
because, or unless he hires someone to help him kidnap her. But like, it's just that we don't there. No one knows how many victims there were that they were successful with. You know what I mean? And
Right.
like that's why it made me think it was like a kidnapping ring, because they were like, what is her name? Andrea was the real target. And it's like organized.
Yeah. Peeping is an index crime. They often escalate into stalking. Right.
Yeah, they do.
Right. And that's exactly, he was peeping Tom, and then not he ended on what he ended. What are you doing, baby?
There's no clean cups at all. It's gonna make me hot cocoa.
All those cups right there are clean.
They're dirty.
Oh, I don't know. Mommy's online.
But yeah, it was just a crazy, because I hadn't remembered it until I watched the documentary. I didn't remember the case really. And it was just crazy because you're thinking that this happened to this woman and no one believed them at all. It took the actual perpetrator to say it really did happen.
Yeah, like, no, I really did do this. But maybe he was given free legal advice in exchange for the help. You never know. Maybe, I mean, if he's paying somebody and like, okay, but he can't, he was disbarred, so he couldn't represent them. But they don't know that. I don't know. And then at the end, it just was kind of sad because she was like, I've been sexually abused and no one believed me before. She was like, as a kid,
Oh
and
yeah.
then as a 19-year-old, I think she said it happened to her and no one believed her then. And it's like, it's sad that women got to go through that. Like, granted, she didn't tell them, but she didn't tell them because she was freaking scared. Just crazy. So even after hearing us tell y'all everything, y'all should watch the documentary. It was good. I think, what is it, 3 episodes?
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
like,
docu series.
it's just like, I mean, we pretty much hit on what it is, but it's just that it's just so unbelievable. It's like this woman is telling you what happened to her, and no one, like, for the police to go to the media and give a press conference and say this was a hoax by these two people and they wasted valuable resources and time that could have been spent on other victims is just horrible to even think about. And like, it really happened.
Right. Like, to me, if you don't have evidence of it being a hoax, even if that's, if that's what y'all feel, y'all don't want to investigate any further. Don't come on the media and say that. Sheila says it's terrible. It is. I have to watch it. Yes, watch it. It's because I know there's a lot of details that I missed for sure. But It was a good doc. And then they had, because they had the police officer speaking, they had the journalist that Matthew Mueller wrote the emails to was speaking. They had the lawyers that believed Aaron, the boyfriend, whenever the cops didn't believe it. So, and then they had Aaron speaking and then Denise speaking. It was a good one to watch. I still think there's something, some I feel like something is unsolved about it though.
It
Something is just
definitely,
not.
it definitely is, because who, it goes back to my question, who set up Andrea? Why was she the target? Who, the target for whom? Like, who set that up?
And what if Matthew Mueller is really just a little fish in a big pond? What
Yeah.
if he's getting caught for all these things because he is working for bigger people, but he, doing his own thing while getting these women. I don't know.
And then another thing is that I read up on him a little bit afterwards, and he was remember, because he was a lawyer. He took I don't know, a few years before this, he took a pro bono case of this woman, I can't remember her name, Bianca or Blanca, and she was from El Salvador. She fled from El Salvador. And she was a single mom, fled from El Salvador to escape sexual abuse, and she was here. And they had decided to deport her, and she had missed her immigration hearing or something. And he took her case pro bono to help her stay here. And he did like a change.org petition. He got like hundreds of thousands of signatures, and he was able to help her, because he was like, if she gets sent back, she's going to be killed, and it was successful, and she wasn't deported. And I'm just like, this is a big difference. They don't talk about that in the documentary, but it's just like,
okay, hear me out. Okay, so since he helped the girl from El Salvador, the El Salvadorian cartel who runs the trafficking ring was like, now you got to do this for us. And they were like, stick with me. I like them to say, let me cook. So,
friend,
so,
you're burnt.
so they said, no. You got to do this for us. Or we're going to kill you because you went against us. So you're going to go and get these women, these American women, because out in El Salvador, that's what they like. They like, I don't know. I'm making this up, y'all. I'm making this up. That's what they like. So that's why he was somewhat hesitant to do any of these things, because maybe they are like, you gotta film it, we need the proof, because we gotta make sure we have something on you to go down, because we not going down. So he's like, oh my god, so sorry, I don't want to do this, but they say I have to do it. Or he'll walk out and be like, I can't do this. So when everything went down, he went down. And now they in El Salvador with their little trafficking ring. I went too far?
No, but I just read something because I was trying to get some more information, and it says he lived on Mare Island, which is, he was thought to be the Mare Island creeper, the peeping Tom who would have the ladder scaling homes and crouching in yards in that neighborhood, remember?
Mm-hmm.
It says, while living on Mare Island, Mueller developed a delusion that a secret cabal of the world's wealthiest people were a scienced up version of demons responsible for all of the evil in the world. Mueller suspected one of his neighbors, a physical therapist named Aaron Quinn, and his girlfriend and co-worker at Kaiser Hospital, Andrea Roberts, were part of the cabal.
So he was after Andrea.
That's what it says in here. It said he
But
had.
what about all the other women?
I don't know, because it's never been proved on any other women. The only one that he's actually been tied to is that the one in Dublin, California, the one where he dropped the phone, and that Ricky police officer woman. What was her name?
I don't remember.
Carasu.
Harasso, yeah.
The one that she worked on. That was the only one he's ever really been tied to.
Man, I was on to something. All right, CC Real says the people did it. The others were a way to put the blame on someone else. Just my own 2 cents. Could be. I don't know, y'all. I was coming up with a big theory.
I'm trying to see if there's been. In January 2025, Mueller faced new charges related to a previously unreported kidnapping incident that occurred in San Ramon, California in 2015. So, okay, I misspoke. He has been tied to someone else. Mueller has been accused of unlawfully holding 3 individuals for ransom during the same year. The Contra Costa District Attorney has filed a 3-count felony complaint against him, revealing that Mueller confessed to his crime through correspondence with law enforcement last year. This confession led prosecutors to reassess his criminal history, suggesting that he may be a serial sexual predator rather than a one-time offender, as they previously believed. The San Ramon incident involves Mueller demanding that one of the hostages withdraw tens of thousands of dollars from their bank account to secure the release of the others. The victims, reportedly too afraid to come forward at the time, have remained anonymous due to concerns about retribution. Legal analysis and authorities are now viewing his actions as part of a broader pattern of violence intimidation.
Why did you take it out?
Which raises the alarm about potential more undiscovered victims. So he's been recently tied to another kidnapping.
So my theory still stands.
No, friend, your theory.
No, it was too much.
It doesn't. It was good. It was good.
It was a good movie, huh? That was a good book. Write it.
I should write it.
Why would anyone want to collide with someone so delusional?
He's obviously delusional. And it talks about how he started having a mental decline, and when he was at Harvard, he was diagnosed with major depression and signs of mania after contemplating suicide. And then his symptoms continued to worsen. He was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2008. He developed paranoid delusions that the government had wiretapped his phone, hacked his computer due to suspected ties of some of his immigration clients to terrorists.
Well, see, he was thinking the same way I was thinking. He was scared. He was a little schizo. Collude, yeah. I got you, Sheila.
You washed my DIY straw?
I didn't wash it.
Oh. Made a DIY straw.
Can you give me a paper towel?
For real?
Mm-hmm.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have trees? I don't get why they're good.
Yeah, he has some issues because in 2009 he was questioned about a a crime that happened in college terrace, which instigated new paranoia. He thought that the Palo Alto Police Department was conspiring with the Chinese government and had wiretapped his law office and his vehicle. And then so the next month he traded vehicles with his mom and he fled to Utah to avoid the psychological warfare he believed was being waged against him by the Chinese government.
So just let your mom drive the car with the wiretap?
And it says that his camp was set up because he was in Zion National Park. It says that his camp was set up with motion detectors and tripwires.
Oh,
He
wow.
was super. After only 2 days, he began to fear his environment and returned home to stay with his mother. And then it says in 2011, he returned to psychiatric care, but he was caught by security sleeping at his law office, and his delusions resumed. He copied thousands of company files trying to find evidence that his bosses were tracking him.
They didn't diagnose him with schizophrenia.
The law firm sued him because they thought he was trying to steal data to start his own practice, but then they dropped it after they realized that
he was just cuckoo.
Yeah. And then that's where he lived with his mom. His mom got him an apartment in Sacramento, and then he got evicted. And then that's when in 2014 he moved to Mare Island with a girlfriend. And that's when he was living on Mare Island, and he lived near Aaron Quinn and Andrea. And that's where he was suspected of being the Mare Island creeper, that peeping Tom. So yeah, it's a long history. But there still was someone else who helped him kidnap Denise.
Yeah, well, they think that he had a record and it wasn't really a person.
But there was 2 people came in the house, I thought.
Yeah, but what if they didn't see 2 people? What if they heard 2 people?
How did he overpower 2 people?
He stuck them, remember?
I don't know.
That might be a good solution to why they think it's multiple people if he just had recordings. I don't know. It's something to the story.
Oh, in early 2015, he moved into a cabin in South Lake Tahoe, California that belonged to his mom and her husband. I think that's where he held Denise. And he became increasingly reclusive, rarely sleeping, and obsessively watching the Batman film series. He began to believe his parents were spying on him. He entered a severe psychotic episode, and created a nocturnal vigilante identity to fight evil. He wore a wetsuit and created tools resembling weapons from items like flash guns, laser pointers, dog collars, swim goggles, spray paint, a Nerf super soaker.
Yeah, because his guns were fake.
And then, his guns are fake. And then he created a Robin Hood plot to kidnap evil, wealthy people for ransom to give to the poor.
So Cece says these guys do what they do because they want to. A long history of paranoia doesn't conflict with antisocial actions.
There's obviously some mental.
Yeah, because people are diagnosed with mental illnesses every day. That don't mean they go out kidnapping people.
But yeah, so I guess that was just kind of the update on him. But it was a very interesting doc, and it was just weird to watch it and be like, no one believed these people.
Yeah, I felt bad for him, yeah, too, because he's wondering what a girlfriend at. I bet you it'll be the last time he have when he had an emotional affair with the ex. And then he had just made up with Denise. Aaron and Denise had just made up because of his little emotional affair, and then she gets kidnapped. But but anyway, yeah, I felt bad for him because the cops were like, treating him like a suspect. But I felt terrible for her because they made it like you just lying. What you drinking?
Cold hot cocoa because Sissy took it out.
We'll put it back in.
What the straw?
All right. So aside from that, if anybody else has anything else to say about that, but aside from that, show Sheila your cup.
My cup?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But what has been going on?
So I did find a couple of current event true crime things. The first one that I wanted to talk about was Yolanda Saldivar, who filed a petition for parole. She's in prison
Just sitting there.
for shooting and killing Selena. And what, this was like 30 years ago.
God dang, I'm old.
I
But
know.
she'll say who that. But
64.
I didn't know we was bringing Yolanda in here.
You want current events? This is current event. She's 64 and she is going through the parole review process, and according to the Department of Criminal Justice. And she's at a prison in Gatesville, Texas. She shot and killed Selena at a hotel in Corpus Christi in 1995. Remember it? Like, I was living in Houston when it happened, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And okay. But Selena was 23, and she shot and killed her. And there's been some, because there was a documentary not too long ago. Remember that?
Yeah.
And it was like Selena and Yolanda, the secrets between them, or something like that. And you watching it, and Yolanda and her family are all like, there was so many secrets and this and that, da, 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 but nothing was revealed. There was nothing important revealed. Like, there was no reason. There was nothing. But yeah, I thought that could be
Mommy, do you think this is too hot to drink, or if I
basically what that little documentary did was the Saldivar family, they denied what the Quintanilla family was saying about her fatally shooting. They wanted it to be like it was an accident. She didn't intentionally shoot Selena. I think that's what the whole point of that thing was. But like,
didn't they try to say that they were in a relationship?
she went and bought a gun. That's all I know. Like, you shot her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's trying to get parole, and I don't even know if she's
Leave her where she at.
she's eligible for parole.
Leave her where she at.
I don't know. I don't know if she gonna make it on the outside.
She most safe in there than out here, because she gonna have to go somewhere where people don't even know who Selena's is. And where's that? The North Pole.
Not the North Pole. She's gonna be in Antarctica.
She's gonna have to go to Idaho.
They know Selena?
Yeah, but they don't care. She can't stay in Texas.
She cannot stay in Texas.
Or California. Anything for Selena.
no.
And then there's also, in other current event news, there is a new documentary that's going to be premiering on Peacock on January 14th, and it's supposed to reveal all of Sean Combs' darkest secrets and moments. So it's called Diddy: The Making of a Bad Boy, or something like that. It's supposed to be January 14th. Obviously, I'm gonna watch it.
Who's giving up the secrets?
I don't know, because I feel like all the secrets are out there. Well, some of the secrets. I know we don't know everything.
No, but I want to know who's your inside people.
I looked at like a little snippet of it, and there was some people from Making the Band talking. Albie Shore.
Oh, really?
He in there, yeah. And who else? I don't remember.
D Woods from Making the Band.
I don't remember. There was a woman from Making the Band. What was her? Was she
D Woods?
What she look like?
Or Aubrey?
No.
She black or she
She's black. Now I know Aubrey, and
it must be D Woods.
Who's D Woods?
Aubrey always spoke against Diddy.
Yeah.
I wonder when they started making this. Right. They be popping up with these things.
Oh, it says Diddy, the making of a bad boy is a raw and exclusive look at Sean Combs long before he was known as Puff or Diddy, featuring never before seen footage and stories from those who know him best. It sheds light on his childhood, his rise to fame, and recent criminal allegations, challenging viewers to rethink everything they thought they knew about the mogul behind the music and the mugshot.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably not gonna watch it unless we discussing it on here.
I'm gonna watch it so that I can know what's going on.
Oh no! I got hot cocoa in my hair. I got cocoa in my hair.
I don't know. Unless we discuss it on here, I'm probably not gonna watch it because they gonna just irritate me.
I got hot cocoa.
And then, so in other current event news, there was it's been kind of making rounds on social media that newborn babies in a Virginia hospital, they thought to be like suffering from mysterious illnesses and everything, but it was a nurse. Have you seen that?
Not this one. I've seen cases like it.
So she worked at a hospital in Richmond.
I did see this.
And she's been charged with malicious wounding and felony child abuse for allegedly intentionally injuring infants at the neonatal intensive care unit.
Was she the one that was doing to the black babies?
Only black babies. Yep. She was like breaking their bones. And these are babies in the NICU.
She need to go down forever.
How
could you do that to a baby?
That is horrible. Yeah, Sheila.
It's crazy. Yeah. I remember seeing that. And I'm like, she better not go in there crying like, oh, this, that, and that. No. Send her ass to jail forever. Because I don't care how racist you are. Hurting a baby? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I think I wet too much and I rinsed it off.
I'm sorry.
And then I just so happened to stumble upon this story. I'm gonna kind of read a little bit about it because I thought it was kind of, so this happened in December 14, 2016. A former police officer, and he was an emergency dispatcher. His name is James Baldwin. He called for help because he had found his wife. His wife's name was Judy. And he said that he found her dead. He said that she was, his former people that he worked with rushed to the scene. This was in South Carolina, and they found his wife, Judy, dead. He told them that she was ejected from the vehicle. There was a crash, and she was ejected from the vehicle, but all kind of red flags just start shooting up because she was found by the driver's side door.
So the math wasn't mathing.
The math wasn't mathing. So like everybody is like, this doesn't make sense. Something is off about this. And they were like, so typically when someone is thrown from a vehicle, they'll see like a broken arms, dislocated shoulder, something, but they was like, she didn't have anything like that. And that was the first thing that was strange. There was nothing to indicate that showed these people that arrived at the scene that this woman had been thrown from a car, and there was no damage to the windshield or the dashboard.
So where she flew out the side? Stop, Kamani.
So this is what he told law enforcement. His wife had been decorating the Christmas tree. She fell off the ladder. She hit her head on their mantle, and he was driving her to the hospital when someone ran him off the road, and his wife was ejected from the car. So the officers go to the house, and they see the ladder knocked over, and they see blood by the Christmas tree. So they're like, okay, there's the blood, there's the ladder, the Christmas tree, the evidence matches his story. Okay, I guess. So the sheriff's office was like, the case is closed, but people were like, really?
Come on, bro.
Really? So a lot of people were just upset that the sheriff declared this as an accident. So when they questioned him again, they found inconsistencies in his story of what happened. He claimed that he was driving Judy to the hospital that was half an hour away, but there was a hospital just a few minutes away, but he didn't go to that one because he didn't like that one. So he was going to the one that was half an hour away. And people were like, this is not like a small cut. Like, she fell off of a ladder and she hit her head. And there was blood. There was blood all over in his Jeep, like a significant amount. Like, you bleed a lot from your head.
He hit Judy on the head at the house.
They also said he was emotionless the entire conversation.
Or he threw Judy off that ladder.
So then they did an autopsy and they discovered a large crack to her skull. And they said that the coroner said that it was 9 inches to the back and sides. That's a long.
He hit her with something.
And he said, we knew that something just wasn't clicking in the story. A lick from a fall from a ladder on the mantle is not going to cause that much damage, like of what she had, the laceration that she had. So they decided to look further into Judy's death, even though it was the deputy solicitor of the county. But even though the sheriff's office had closed the case, they continued to keep on looking into it. They began investigating. They found that 6 months before her death, James took out an accidental life insurance policy of $25,000, and he was the beneficiary. Then they spoke to friends, and they discovered that the home life was off. Friends would say that friends and family would say that they would argue all the time, and they would say that James has some anger issues. And they also said that he was having an affair with another woman. So that was
James
another.
got some explaining to do.
They said everyone felt like Jamie and Terry were having an affair, and Jamie basically denied that there was something hot and heavy going on. And Terry also denied that there was an affair, but everyone thought there was an affair. Then there was I don't know if it was the most important thing, but there was information from the airbag module in the Jeep that proved that it turned out to be something really important. The module from the Jeep revealed that there were no events recorded. Like, it said that nothing happened. Like, to say,
there was no accident.
Airbag, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was nothing. So they then determined that, okay, so he's obviously lying. There was no crash. So she wasn't ejected from the car. And they were able to determine that there was not a hard swerve or like trying to miss the alleged vehicle that came into his lane. There was no hit. There was nothing. And so they searched the home. Yeah. They searched the home again. And even though he had cleaned up, they were able to find more spots of blood that helped to prove that he murdered his wife. Thus, they said that the spatter was high over the Christmas tree, that she couldn't have fallen. Like, she fell, but the spatter was above the Christmas tree. So, I mean, like, he hit her while
he threw something at her and hit her.
Yeah. So, they said the spatter was so high over the Christmas tree that she could not have just fallen and then dripped blood. There was her blood that had actually been cast off from someone who was likely hitting her, and the blood was just going like that. So yeah.
That's crazy. I saw Sheila said that they seized 150 pounds of explosives from someone in her where close to where she lives.
Wow.
Oh, from a farm near where. Well, what if they had to blow up the ground to dig or something?
No, friend. No,
No.
this happened in, what did I say, 2016?
What you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, where you saw that at?
When I was just looking up, I think there's something coming out on Oxygen about it. So when
Oh,
I'm looking up like current true crime stuff, that came
or
up.
the. So in my handy dandy, last week we said some other things to think about watching. Homicide in Hollywood. How I Caught My Killer episode 2. I don't remember what that was about. Season 1 episode 2. Ashley Madison in The Octopus Murders.
Oh yeah.
She'll say pipe bombs. So what can be next week's topic of discussion? Discussion. Did you watch any of this stuff?
I watched the Ashley Madison and
I watched Ashley Madison too.
I watched Holly the murder. I've watched all most of them. There's a couple that I skipped over, the Hollywood murder ones. Well, I watched the How I Caught My Killer, or is that How I Caught My Killer you brought up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that.
I know I watched it, but I don't remember what we said it was. What it was about that episode. Hollywood homicide in Hollywood. What is that? The octopus murders just sounds so interesting, but I don't know what it's about.
Yeah, we can talk about. Let's talk about that.
The octopus murders.
Hmm.
Let me see. On Netflix. Did any of y'all see that? The octopus murders.
I haven't seen it, so it'll be my first time watching it.
The Octopus Murders is a true crime television documentary series about the 1991 death of writer Danny Casolaro amid his conspiracy theories. Okay.
Yeah, Sheila, I'm glad that you here and not over there.
Right. And Christina, I saw that you said that you had made some food and brought it to your father-in-law and some neighbors. I never heard of it. I never heard of it either. But I guess that's gonna be next week's homework.
Yeah, let's make it next week's homework.
Let me using my pen case that Sheila got me. Thank you, Sheila, to
Thanks.
hold my handy dandy.
Thanks, Sheila.
Sheila. Thanks, Sheila.
Thanks, Sheila.
All right.
I never heard that story. Sounds good to me. I hope to be in Georgia by then.
To be where? Who said that?
Mitzi says she hopes to be in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
What story you never heard? I thought it was you who suggested the octopus murders, Mitzi.
Oh, I was to say not me.
Oh, she never heard the Sheila story.
Sheila.
You have to come back on Friday for that story,
Yeah.
Mitzi.
Friday we'll give the tea on that.
Friday, yeah, is our this we try to keep it mostly true crime-ish on Wednesdays since it's connected to our other channel.
You coming live with me on Friday?
Mhm.
Because I'm gonna probably be sewing. So
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna be
need you.
here.
Maybe I saw a blip about it. I never heard of it, I don't think. But I never go to Netflix to look for anything unless you tell me about it.
I try,
Or if I've watched everything.
what I do is, excuse me, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'll be on Netflix and it has like the things that are coming soon, and if it looks interesting, I'll put set a reminder, and it'll remind me when it comes out. And I do it for almost all the true crime ones.
I need to just go in there periodically because I'm always on Discovery Plus, and then I'll go to Max and Peacock. Netflix is like last on my list.
They have good ones.
I know, but I don't know why I never just go to Netflix. I'll go to Hulu before I go to Netflix.
Hulu has some good ones too.
Yeah.
Um, Netflix has some. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Netflix has some really good docs that take place in other countries, and I mean, like, if you don't look for it and like actually read it, because I've watched like three out of Mexico. I watched one out of Chile from this uh extreme serial killer that was just serial killing. Like, I mean, like they have really good ones, and like from other true crime stories that happen in other places, because we
Yeah.
always, obviously, the US has issues with serial killers and stuff, but I mean, there's other countries who have, issues too.
Yeah. Missy said I need to get back to Fridays. Haven't sewn in almost 2 weeks. I haven't sewn in a while either, Mitzi.
Sewn in
And I need to catch up on my cotton cuts.
Haven't sewn in so long, Missy. I need to. It's
Probably
crazy.
2 years, huh?
No, it's when I made my pillow.
That was like 2 years ago.
No,
No, maybe like 1 year ago.
it wasn't a year ago.
I was in my house. So it probably was a year ago. Hey, Donnell.
Hey, Danielle.
Donnell, you made it to 1,000 subscribers, didn't you? I think I saw that. I, f- I feel you, Missy. It will be a month for me by the time I get back home. Sheila, your daughter doesn't have a sewing machine in her house? I thought she did.
Sheila, didn't you why you didn't go sew with Rebecca?
Yeah, Rebecca told you could go sew over there.
Did y'all meet up in Animal Crossing? I was working, I couldn't go. Do you have a machine at your house, Celine? What kind of
No.
coffee machine? What kind of machine? Why you gonna come if I have a sewing machine at my house?
I had my blocks all ready to sew today, but I didn't have electricity. Oh man, are you still out of electricity? Is the electricity still out? Will it be out for a while?
Danielle, I almost started crying with you when I watched your video yesterday. So heartfelt.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to go watch. Wait, what happened? I missed something Donnell said. Did I miss something Donnell said? Yes, she did make it to 1,000. Congratulations, Donnell. All things quickly return to normal. I hope so. I hope so. I finally got it back this afternoon. Thank goodness. Yeah. All right. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
I don't have anything else.
Me neither. It's kind of getting cold in the RV, so I'm about to go sit in front of the heater. Well,
My
there's actually a heater right here, but it's just not doing enough for me.
my heater just turned on. It's cold.
Yeah, and
Me,
I don't do cold.
me and Colby going under the heating blanket.
Oh, Cameron stole the heating pad, so she's warm. The wind is wild, man.
The wind is winning.
Did she talk about in California?
Oh, the wind is winning there too.
Yeah, and it's gonna be raining out here in that cold tomorrow, and I have to leave the house. I don't,
Why you gotta leave the house?
cause I gotta go cut fabric with Kate.
Oh yeah.
I might have to text and be like, it's raining and it's cold, and I don't do neither one of those. Just enough. Oh, okay. Bye, Donnell. We're getting off too.
Now, yeah, we're getting off as well.
We're getting off too. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming again. If you're not subscribed to our true crime channel, Mystery Mugs and Melanin, head over there and hit the subscribe button. If you are watching on Mystery Mugs and Melanin and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Like the video on whatever you're watching. If it's on Crystal Heart channel or on Mystery Mugs and Melanin channel, like it somewhere. Show your support. I might go to the crafters. I might go too, since I might be
Tomorrow, I want.
depending on the weather.
Can I go?
You gonna be at work.
What that mean?
Stay to work. Good night and hugs to you too, Christina.
Good night,
Good
Chris.
night, everybody.
Bye, everyone. See y'all Friday.
Thanks.
Be sure y'all come on Friday.
Yeah,
So
y'all come back on Friday where we're gonna be spilling the tea.
we're not gonna be spilling the tea.
No, we're gonna spill the tea on our outing the other night.
Okay, yeah, we gonna spill the tea on our album.
We gotta tell everybody about Sheila. All right, y'all. Everybody, stay warm. Be safe, Christina. And we'll see y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.